number 2 position. As we look at this first match, we have to wonder if the tournament leader jinx will continue. Our tournament leader, who is Tim Chris, he will inherit a 0-4 record on ABC this year. Now, George Branham III, former Firestone Tournament of Champions champion, first shot.
The 34-year-old has socked one into the pocket. First telecast of the year. So he's sitting pretty now after his first frame. Steve Jaros of Bolingbrook, Illinois, led the first round of this championship. Third telecast of the year. Second here a year ago. High hit, leaving the 4-pin.
Steve Jaros won 8 out of his last 9 matches last night to just sneak into the top 5 by 7 pins. However, his TV record in the arena finals is 0-3, so he has not won, and this is one of the reasons. He sends the ball wide, just avoids the 4-7-10 split, easy spare.
These are gleaming temporary lanes that have been installed, 2 pairs, 4 lanes inside Civic Center. And this is a wonderful arena. It's the home to the Eire Otters, team of the Ontario Hockey League.
Oh boy.
Wouldn't topple for Steve Jaros, the 10-pin.
Steve a little offline on both his opening frames, high on both shots, throws that soft hook in lane 3 of this 4-lane establishment, which was built over the last 2 days by AMF. Hooks a little bit more.
All right, 2 spares for Jaros and George Branham of Indianapolis now with a strike up, shooting in the 2nd frame. It's his first arena final. He led after the 2nd round. He'll settle for that, a 10.
George struggled with the approaches a little bit before we started on the air today, and you see him stick a little bit here and doesn't send the ball wide enough on the right-hand lane. Gets a good break. Could have had the 6-9-10. Ends up with a fairly easy spare, something he practiced before we went on the air.
Great way to get into the final by winning a 1-game roll-off against Mark Williams to take down the number 5 spot. So he has a chance today, Bo, to make 1997 a little brighter.
Well, George is a great player, Chris, and but he's like a lot of tour players. He's a momentum player. When he gets hot, gets his confidence going, he's almost unstoppable, and that's what George needs right now. Get a win under his belt.
Get it, George!
He also converted a 7-10 during the week here in the Flagship Open. George Branham.
He doesn't want to leave any of those today.
No. Jaros, at whom we're looking, was 11th with 8 games to go. Then moved into 6th, then up to the number 4 spot. All right. Chairs are being led here by the Harbor Creek cheerleaders.
An alumnus of that school today, Chris,
Yes.
is our guest announcer,
That's-
Bob Learn Jr., who we'll see a little bit later.
And here we have also the Central High School Jazz Band. We'll be hearing from them throughout the afternoon.
Come on.
Just wouldn't come up, Bo.
Well, the left-hand lane, he gives it a little bit of room, and his ball just does not finish. It rolls out. Now watch the action of this ball. He starts at about the 21st board, out to about the 2nd board, does not make the turn. Easy spare with a conversion. Steve will trail by 1.
This is our first game of the Flagship Open. We're on the shores of Lake Erie in Erie, Pennsylvania. And did you realize that Erie is the state's 3rd largest city? Civic Center. 5,000 fans have paid their way in here, Bo, to see the finals of the Flagship Open.
And it's a good group, Chris. It always has been. This is our 4th year, and this is pretty much the godfather of the arena finals. And one thing, a story that's kind of unfolding, is we don't have the same lane conditions we had last year. These are new lanes. The PBA has a new, tougher lane maintenance system this year, so it's going to be some tough match play. Here we go, George Branham.
Oh, yes. George started strike spare, now with a double. Has an 11-pin lead. Can up it as he goes over the left lane now to show his skills.
George, a great all-around athlete at Cal Poly High. Played basketball, football. Was a sure-handed receiver like our friend and stage manager Tom Gatewood was at New York Giants.
All right, 21-pin lead for George Branham here in our first match against Steve Jaros.
Anytime a great power player trips a 4, he's got to love it. He knows he can carry the light hit. He's got plenty of power. You give him that trip 4, look out.
Steve Jaros has a 2nd and a 3rd finish here in 1997. Strikes are hard to come by.
Right now he's got a very difficult split, and Steve doesn't throw very hard, but at this point in the match he's trying to get the ball over here in the 6-10 zone, either bounce the 6 out into the 4 or try to slide the 6 over into the 4-pin. He has to go for it. Extra speed.
So this is our first open of the afternoon, and it's a 35-pin lead now by George Branham.
Jaros should hit the left-hand lane. He likes the lanes basically at night. He bowls much better when he gets a nice free roll. He's a stroker-type player like one of the greats of all time, Chris, Ned Day, that you worked with. A ball very similar to that. But he likes the back ends hooking.
Steve's mom, Helen, and his girlfriend, fiance, June D., watching along with you, and there they are. They've been kept busy following him thus far in the bowling tour.
You're right, Chris, as he's made almost every finals this year, and he goes high on the left-hand lane, breaks down the 6-7-10 split, has the 6-10.
Branham back up with 3-bagger, and for George is shooting in the 6th frame. Winner to meet Mike Shady. Then Walter Ray Williams Jr.
George doesn't quite get the pop there as the 6-pin just kind of lies down the channel and doesn't take out the 10. He practices spare. He left this in the 2nd frame. No trouble converting. He has to watch the approach.